Wow, what a crappy performance by Adrian Broner. All hats off to Manny Pacquiao for looking good. In the first couple rounds, Pacquiao was a little bit too too excited. It was dangerous, but when you're going against a guy who just doesn't throw and doesn't have the heart of a champion, you can get away with that. Pacquiao definitely looked better around round 4 or 5 when he started to settle down. I think if he did that right from the start, he probably would have finished Adrian Broner, or at least knocked him down a couple of times, because he really buckled him in round 7, and he also buckled him in round 9. He hurt him a few times, and even I seen the post-fight interview, and Broner admitted that he did hurt him a couple times, and he did. You can tell because he really buckled up and backed up on the ropes. But I mean, stylistically, this would be a hard fight for Pacquiao to knock him out. My fault. It's early, man, so I'm literally laying down talking about this, but who cares? What was I saying? But it would be hard stylistically for him to knock him down, just because he has a great chin. He's a great chin, and he also his style is really, it's hard to crack. Even though he doesn't have the best defense, he really he moves pretty decent, and he did a lot of tuck and running from Pacquiao, and he hugged him when he needed to. It wasn't a bad watch, but it was pretty boring on the fact that, you expected Adrian Broner to at least throw a little bit more punches. We're paying money to watch a prize fight, but it's so one-sided to where, it's almost like a waste of money. That's why I wanted Pacquiao to just finish him, because he didn't deserve to be in that ring with Pacquiao, to be honest. He completely got outworked, completely got outclassed. He looked like an amateur. It reminded me of a sparring match between an amateur and a pro fighter, and the amateur was talking a bunch of shit, and the pro fighter just wanted to shut him up, but he didn't want to knock him out. That's really what this fight was. It was an outclassing, putting the boxers in their places. Of course, all respect to Manny Pacquiao being a legend, and then we have Adrian Broner, who's a sore loser and also is a waste of talent. Never got to reach his potential, but maybe this was his potential. Maybe this was meant to be. Can he still fight at the elite level? Of course, not at 147 though. He's not going to be able to fight those guys who are going to stand there and bang, because if Pacquiao did that right from the get-go, I think he would have got rid of him, or at least knocked him down, like I said earlier. But you try to do that against a guy like Errol Spence or something, or a guy like, even Terrence Crawford, who can move, but he will stand there and bang if you need to, and that style is his worst enemy. A guy who's just gonna walk down and just throw hard punches and can take punches and has good defense, which Pacquiao has, but that's just not Pacquiao's style. He can do that, but that's just not his style. He likes to throw combinations, fast, hard combinations, in and out. He's not the kind of guy who's just gonna stand there and just bang to the body, bang to the head. He can do that, but that's just not his best thing. That's why he didn't knock him out. Because if he would have done that, he probably would have. But that's just not Pacquiao, That's not Emmanuel. He doesn't like to do that. So that's why we got what we got. We got a guy who completely outboxed, outschooled him, He hurt him in round 7. He almost finished him, and then he buckled him in round 9. Uh, but I mean, other than that, he had good head movement. I, he actually had a really good performance. Pacquiao did. Um, I would give him probably B plus, only because he could have had a better start. If he wasn't like jumping around a little bit too much, and maybe if he kind of stood on his punches a little bit more, I think he would have got rid of Adrian. And for Broner, he gets a straight up D minus, because he just didn't throw punches. He did land a left and some rights, but other than that, he didn't do what I thought he could do. I thought that he could land that strong left and he could set him up in rights, but he didn't have anything else. He was trying to overthrow that sometimes. And at the end of one of the rounds, I forgot what round, but Pacquiao just weaved like 3 in a row. Like he tried to throw left hook and then like some rights, and he just weaved them all. He just embarrassed them. He really outboxed them. To be honest, I thought the judge scores were too close. The only rounds, I think you could maybe give him 1 round, but